Hey, Crypto Princess is first. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I haven't even been on this chart since I ended the stream yesterday, so got some catching up to do. We'll give it another minute or two for some people to roll in, and then we'll clean this up and at least cover some Bitcoin, maybe knock out a couple of altcoins. All right, Anthony Soprano's here. I guess that means we can officially get started. All right, yeah. So this TA is all from yesterday. I have not really been on the charts since. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. I'm just gonna clean a lot of stuff up here real quick. Let's see. So we did hit that supply. Had a bit of a bearish result. Got down into that area there, flipped up some structure, went back up to the place that you put your last break in, aka your fresh supply. Smoked that, back down, cool. All this is dead. Boom. All right, that had no reaction. All right, we slipped back down into there, got some lift. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this and this and this. Let's give ourselves an alert here. Or maybe not an alert, but a line at least. All right. All right, and our last break that brought us down there was put in here. And so I'm willing to bet you guys know what I would feel about a loss of that low. Let's go ahead and get that idea on here for the day. Yeah, probably lower. If that works, then that low probably won't hold. Let's see what else we got down there. People are yelling at me. Getting yelled at. Sorry, not really talking. I'm just sitting here thinking. Let's make that target 2. Let's make this target 3. And let's make that. What the hell is that down there? I don't even remember that. Whatever. That's probably too many targets. That's probably too many targets on that anyway. All right, so that's if we break that. What else do we have here? What else do we have here? We decided yesterday that this was a 4-hour low. That's looking like it very much may have been an SFP in the 4-hour. That is accurate. So is this a range here? And We just SFP the low of it, and we're going to march back to the high of it. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. I like that idea. So let's take a closer look at that. Yeah, I mean, I would say to make a rotation from here to here, yeah, this is the only thing that's gonna stand in that way. All right, so let's think about this. We hit supply, we come down, we come back up a little deeper into supply, specifically into this section of it. Come back down. If we come back up again and break this high, well, then I'm going to say supply is failing, and price should not retrace below this low until it achieves this high. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Shitty thing is that this doesn't give very much risk reward. Cover this low, I guess. Oh no, yeah. I take that back. I would say if price cracks this high, which it looks like it's just about to do, then in theory it should not take out this low until it has achieved this high. And then it's a question mark. Does it need to come back or not? I have no idea what the answer to that question is. Yeah, this just isn't as good of a risk to reward in this area. Not nearly as good of a risk reward. We would need it to go mucho higher. Would it make sense to fail the range high here? I guess if it does come, so 3R is up in that area. Let's get some stuff corrected up here. That away. Let's take this away. Yeah, so you have to target this high to get a 3R. Would that make sense? You broke your 4-hour here. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Yeah, that would make sense. Yep, that would make sense. So aggressive. So aggressive. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Let's go ahead and move this guy over to here now. Let's go ahead and get this supply off because that is clearly failing. Get out of here. Get out of my way. Let's see here. And good morning. Fine. And Reaper, top of the morning. Man, it's been harder than usual for me to trade. I think due to my busy schedule and the way that price action has been presenting, it's been a little bit tougher. As I see a lot of potential in this idea here, but like all this fair value gap in the event of it, like either A, it's gonna like just kind of like go up pretty aggressively, or B, we get a little RIMC action, right? A little initiation, mitigation, continuation, but it's like all of this is a fair value gap. And so it's like, ideally, I'd want to mitigate down into there, but look at the aggression on this open. I mean, I'm not feeling really confident about it rolling back down into here for another leg up. I'm just not confident that that's going to happen at this point. It just looks like it wants to run away. Yeah, because like these are all kind of stacked up together, so that's probably not going to resist here. I would imagine it's going to clean all that off in one run. You have this tiny bit of supply here, but that doesn't make any sense to retrace from there. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, probably just a runaway. Sorry, probably a runaway train. Probably a runaway train. What happened to market open? Well, yeah. Well, there's your sign. Wasn't really paying attention this morning on market open, but you had maybe not. You had this candle push down, push down, push down, push down, return and crack that high. And then so, pushing down on market open to fill shorts underneath that low, come back up, crack the high that created it. Pow, pow. Pow, pows. So rude. All right. Let's Luke. I feel like Luke, you just hopped in here, and Miles Trump Power. Sorry for the cough. We got any other coins we want to look at? Yeah, sue you, son of a bitch, yesterday. Ah, yeah, I got that brutally wrong. Brutally wrong. Oh, good lord. That thing's going to go down quite a bit. Maybe not. To just fill that gap. We did just hit some manner of. We'll see. Yeah. If you guys have something that you guys want to take a peek at, let me know, and we'll go take a peek at it. So I don't have. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else on Bitcoin. I mean, I might have a bunch of stuff that you might find of value, but I don't know if you don't ask. If you don't ask, let's just expand this. H bar. What's going on with H bar? I was almost not going to stream this morning. It's such a weird place to put in the low. It's so weird. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. What is going on here? Work with me, brain. God, you never even hit the primary target? I feel like this should not be going up in price. Oh, God. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Man, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, whatever. I guess, yeah. Well, I that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I would say, for H bar, I would still be interested to short out of this zone. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me that we touch this point and we lose our structure right here, and we set a lower low, and we set a lower high, and we haven't set another lower low yet. That doesn't make any sense to me. That does not make any sense to me at all. That's not how that should work. Boom, 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 break, retest supply. That should have been a lower low. That should have been a lower low. I wonder if we got some sort of narrative going on. So we break there. Weakness, pushing weakness here. It just seems so weird to me to run up from here. Like, oh, I guess I gotta stop looking at it from a range perspective. Maybe that's my goddamn problem. Because we break structure here. You break your external structure here, set a higher high, higher low, higher high. I don't know why I felt like highlighting it so much. Anyways, yeah, so maybe that does make sense. But enough blabbing. I would still be interested in a short out of here. I don't know if you're going to be able to target super low on it though. Sweep there. That's a maybe. I suppose if it does work, could come all the way back down there. So that's one thing I'm interested in. But I would just have I would have a long time or a hard time finding a long on this. I can tell you that already just based on the fact of its positioning. We are approaching the premium section of this range. That's not a place I'd like to long at. I would much prefer to see initiation above this range. I'd like to see failure of demand. I'd like to see a back test on this previous range, and then I'd like to long here because at that point it's like, okay, I can see that this is expired, and I don't have to worry about a premium setting rotating to a discount setting anymore. I can, if we can break up out of this range and smoke this supply, then any back test on this is a long for me. But I don't want to I am yeah, I'm not super hip on looking for a long locally. Nope. Nope, I'd rather look for that short locally. And then if that short doesn't work, cool. Because now I'm looking for the back test on this range for continuation up. I think those are the two things I'd look for there. HBR H bar is a little less reactive to the BTC dips. Cool. ENA, yeah, whatever happened to that? I think we did it on Bybit. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. We decided, yeah. Yeah, I remember this chart now. I remember liking this general zone. I remember liking that we were like kind of sorting to show a little bit of stopping kind of power in this area. As opposed to just coming down, we just sort of start filling wicks and forming structure in that area. That just generally looked good to me. Let's get back down to the 15 and see what we got in here. Right. So we wipe all this stuff. So if you had a high here, and you swept that high, and then you had a low there, And you like almost manipulate. Ah, but you do. Well, so you first start breaking market structure there. This is ugly. I don't like how this trades. These mitigations are so deep. The mitigations are so deep on this that I honestly kind of feel like uh, to wait for a return all the way back down into this. Come on, man, zoom in. Let's go. Just because like it had to mitigate like all the way down into here to lift again, and then it had to mitigate like all the way down into here to lift again. Even though you had initiation up, it was like took a deep rollover. Initiation up, took a deep rollover. Initiation up, is it going to take another deep rollover before you can eventually trade it up to that high? That seems like the safer way to approach it, in my opinion. Just considering how far it likes to come back, I think yeah, I think waiting for a zone like that is a little bit more logical, because outside of that, again, looking at your local range of price, um, trying to long in premium is just not my cup of tea. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't like long trades anywhere up here. I like long trades down here. And I don't, the way that this has been rounding down inside of demand, I don't like the idea of shorting this high. I mean, it's definitely something you could watch for, but I don't like the idea of shorting this high. I much prefer. It seems more logical to me that we could initiate up out of this range, um, than fail the range. That seems like a very real possibility here, right? On that daily chart, am I crazy? Yeah, that feels very much more like a possibility to break 4760 and start cruising up, and away. Yeah, I don't like shorting that high. So because I don't like shorting the high, and we have not initiated above the high yet, and shown strength above the high, then I have to wait for this zone. I don't want to short here. I can't long anywhere up in here. I can only long down in here, and outside of that, I can't look for a long position again until we have switched shown that this whole range is now demand after initiating above it. My next long would have to be an idea more like this. So that's all I have for you locally. That's all I've got for you locally. Just that one. That's all I got. That's all I got, man. Most of these charts are hard on us. Well, they made it easy. Everybody to do it, right? They made this stuff easy. Everybody would do it. You fucking see. Here I go with all this yapping again. Like well, can we agree that that we see an alert on my chart here? Am I crazy? Because I see an alert right here, and I see an interaction with that alert right there. And I didn't go. I'm convinced this thing hates me. I am absolutely convinced it hates me. Anyway, sorry, I get distracted. What time is it? 8:03. I was, I'm always, I'm trying to like get out of here somewhat early. We had a bunch of snowfall. I gotta get to shoveling and whatnot. Um, and yeah, all that stuff. Plus, I got to pack up today because I'm on vacation next week, y'all. I am driving down into Mexico. Go drive down to Mexico, go drive down to the beach, hang out for the whole week, eat some ceviche, drink some cerveza, make some salsas, some coconut shrimps, do that kind of stuff. So hit me. I that's all to say. Give me more questions, or I think I gotta go. Uh, Morning, Kulat. Good morning. Well, let's see if we do indeed make this range rotation. Is that unmitigated supply up there? No, it's not. Didn't we fix this chart? What is wrong? I thought we fixed this. I thought this chart was supposed to look like that. I guess you could watch out for that high. That would probably be a good place to de-risk. Because if anything's gonna, in my opinion, if anything's gonna SFP, it's gonna be that. Oh no, I lied. It could be the one right above it. If you're gonna SFP, I think it's gonna be in this zone here. But would not be surprised if it runs all these stop losses today. That seems the more logical result for today. Give ourselves a new daily high going into the weekend. You feel shorting into Trump conference? I don't even know when the Trump conference is, but when would I feel like shorting BTC from a chart perspective? Oh, maybe up here. I don't see anything I really want to short right now. It's kind of having that same problem yesterday. I was kind of having that same problem yesterday. Go to the 4 hour. Maybe up in here. Yeah, because once again, I've felt the same way about this general zone that if we can get back above this, then I think price ultimately comes back to all-time high. So I'll pick on the last remaining section of it and say that's probably where I want my short to exist. And if that short were to work, it could be a massive swing short. Could be a massive swinging short. Mm. All right. Hey, Alex O'Crypto. Let's fucking go, bro. Let's go. For a second, Lucky Deal, I thought you were asking if I feel like shorting Trump coin. I was gonna pull up the chart. Probably say yes. Whatever happened to that thing? Whatever happened to this thing? Oh, it just looks like crap. It just looks terrible. Anyways, what do you guys? What else you guys got? Nobody's made me look at ETH. I think all week long. I don't even think Anthony Soprano made me look at ETH this week. Hmm. Hmm. All of a sudden, I had a thought, and I want to go to the Coinbase chart for Bitcoin. Well, 1 minute is definitely not going to do me any good. Yeah. Still looking for. There was this time on Bitcoin back here where we had this little range, and we did a little Darth Maul action on it, and we swept the high, and then looked to break the low. This thing right here, where we manipulated up above here off of a weak low, manipulated below it here with a weak low underneath us, and then slammed up. And I was just thinking to myself, like, is there any? So this is the weak low here. Manipulate above, come back below. I wanted to make a correlation to that. That's what I wanted to do. Look at me talking about ETH, and I save it. All right. So on the bottom, that's kind of cool because this sort of gives us our 1, 2, 3 break, retest demand. Just take it from the break. So if we break again here. Oh, no. See, that makes me want to short it. That makes me want to short it. See, it does seem very logical that we could at least see a run from demand to supply, but I'm not so convinced that it doesn't fall over there. Not so convinced that it doesn't fall. No, but I guess we'll have to see. I guess we'll have to see. All right, I'm running out of things to talk about, so give me something to talk about. You give me something to talk about. You give me something to talk about. Come on, fair value gap. All right. Now I do have some things that I can talk about for this position. Because we have started to form some downward structure, giving us something that if this were to work, then I think we're going to get a reconfirmation on it. I'd look for this structure to flip inside of here. I would say that would be worth a long entry, which could be down in this zone. Let's start getting some demand marked on here. Could be down in this zone. I'm just going to expand this a bit. It could happen here. But I would look for this downward structure to flip, and then I think I would want to long it. So I need to prepare myself for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this line right here, and I'm going to put an alert on it. Once per bar in the 1 minute time frame, I'm going to say local high hit. And then I'm going to take this alert right here, and I'm going to put it right down here, and this is going to be the annoying one because this might trigger a bunch. I'm going to say local low hit. And then every time, what I'm looking for is like if this, say this traces up and then comes back down, triggering this alert. At that point in time, I'm going to move this down to here, right? And then I'm going to put this on this low. Say that low maybe came in down here somewhere, and then maybe price retraces up and comes down and hits this low again and triggers my alert. Then I'm going to take this alert and I'm going to move it down to here, and I'm going to wait for this top alert to trigger and say local high taken, and then I'm gonna look and see if we break that, and then I'm gonna look to long. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how I'm going to behave in this area. As mentioned on the beginning of the stream, we had the initiation, but we printed a fair value gap, a pretty imbalanced area doing it. I mean, there's wick supply up here. There's a 1 minute order block. Where's that? But it's just a little 1 minute order block. God, do I buy a falling knife, Alex? Oh, crypto. Do I knife catch this thing? Do we knife catch here? You seeing something that I'm not seeing? LTC Link Tau. T was a good runner. Now low again. Could be a good buy now. Yep. Love the 2 Yep. Have a good day. Fine. Alex, if you're still here, you seen something I don't see? Do we catch the knife? Let's go. LTC Link Tau. LTC Link Tau. LTC, where are you? In the place to be. Okay, we did pull this stuff. Did pull that stuff. Afterwards, we broke our 15. We initiated up. We came back down deep AF. Tell you one thing right now, I don't like these two topside wicks. That makes me feel like there could be a short right here. Does make me feel like there could be a short there. It's so we break structure here. We purge all these late longs. Come back down. This looks forced. I don't know why it looks fragile here. Sharp down and then like struggles to come up. Little bit of initiation here, struggles to come up. You have a touch of demand right here. That's so really relevant anymore. And let me go back to the 4. Yeah, that's all I have on LTC. I have no idea if it's going to confirm or not. Honestly, cutting all the way through this demand prior to any mitigation here is going to be the better. It's going to be the better play. That is going to be the better play. I would not recommend marketing in on a break of 103.60. No, I'd let it fall and hope to catch it on a retracement for a short. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Yeah, because you're just kind of at the POC. I mean, I suppose if you can, come up and really initiate above here, because these lows do touch, that if you can come back down into here, you might be able to catch it on the other side. We're trading the POC on this one, so it's a little tough. LC Link Tau, Link. What a short that was. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rices. It's in a pretty decent area if this is going to be a range, 35% initiation, a mitigation and a continuation. Well, it's like we're halfway back down into the prior range that we initiated out of. We have it's that false break on the 4 hour that pisses me off. That's what makes me feel like this could still fail here. This false break on the 4 only to come back and pull the low that created it. That's what gives me a lot of pause in this area. I mean, demand is still showing strength though. Well, it's not in a place that I have any interest in trading. I mean, the only exception I would give it is in the event that it did something more along these lines. And the risk reward there sucks. Nope, it's just not in a place I want to trade. Just not in a place I want to trade. Your most local range of price here is still at you're still in premium, which means no longs for me, and there's nothing right here I want to short. I mean, shorting this high, sure, but you got to lose this low, and then your risk to reward is crap aiming for that low. That's a 1-to-1. So that doesn't work for me either. So I don't like local shorts. I don't like local longs, which means I will just go pick something else to trade. Tau and Tia. How are we doing on time? All right, I got 5 more minutes. We'll do Tau and Tia. Tau and Tia, Tau and Tia, Tau and Tia, Tau and Tia. Let me go back and look at Bitcoin real quick. Since my alerts don't like to work. Okay, now I gotta move this low to here. And I'm gonna move that alert to here. Tau Tia, Tau Tia, Tau Tia. It's dirty, dirty. All right. Well, let's just knock out a couple of basic things on Tau. Do we still have targets below us on this? Oh yeah, yeah. We target below us. Okay, cool. And then I think we'll just get on a 15 for this portion. Boom, 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 boom. I feel like I'm like literally missing TA now, but that's fine. That's fine. Boom, boom, boom. So this was all supply, right? That was all supply. Pretty much lose your structure here. Supply here. Sharp down, force up. Liquidity. This has already been mitigated, so I can't even really look to that for support anymore. I feel kind of bearish on this. Short may already be in, but I do feel kind of bearish on this. I kind of feel like the short is here, where it was here. For target 1, target 2. Oh, I'm kind of bearish on that. It doesn't look so hot down there. Yeah, I don't like it. Flippy structure coming up here. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. That looks kind of bearish. That looks kind of bearish. Tia. So it kind of looks similar to Tau. This break up here, we'll figure out where this got put in. That's remaining supply. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff. Just this. that 4-hour break right there, which occurred off of this break right here. So that supply chain is still holding up pretty good. This kind of has this sort of bear flaggish feel. This low is still weak. We break here. Yeah, I'm still kind of bearish on this. Happy to talk about longs above 350. Happy to talk about longs at that point up to this point. And without this, I feel like it could just roll over. Just wiggle waggle its ass back down to $2 and 350. All right, one more look at Bitcoin and then I'm out of here. All right, and that low went down and then this goes to here and that long is looking pretty shitty now. That long's looking pretty shitty now. Yeah, all right, well. That's okay. That's okay. It's all right by me. This, cause we, you know, if we close bearishly under here, then we just reversed our order flow. I would expect a retracement into here only to come back down. Well, I mean, I would hope for a retracement into here only to come back down and start taking out all this liquidity. I guess I could have done a better job of anticipating that, just given the fact that we slammed down and then wiggled up. It's just this looks so easy to take to me, but whatever. That's why I just follow the structure. Was that a false break on the 15? No, because that's not even 15-minute structure. But it was a false break on the 10, wasn't it? Fucking wick supply meant business. Man, I'm glad I didn't make an entry up there and get ahead of myself. Oh. Man, yeah, on a Friday? Jeez. Yeah, I think this is converting into a short, y'all. This is starting to convert into a short. But it's Friday. I don't like to really force anything on Friday. The stop loss absolutely sucks right now. Stop loss absolutely blows. So hopefully something presents later in the day that can refine that. You know, something like breakdown and maybe some upwards only structure coming into here that flips again. And we can suck that thing all the way down to here and really tighten it up. You know, something like that. Hopefully we get a little something more to clarify, and you know, there's still the possibility that we just rotate. There's still that possibility, so I gotta see it. I gotta see a break of this, and then some flow down. That's what I'm waiting for. All right, I gotta go. 88 300, 88 300. Yeah, so like what he's saying is, if that VWAP holds, the short may not work. But if we break this which is about 10-minute structure, right? Not even quite 10-minute. It's a 5-minute structure. Ooh, you buckaroo, you. What did I just do? I didn't want a line there. I wanted a box. Yeah, only about 5 minutes structure. Ooh, man, I'm glad I was patient on that long. And is this an alert? Is now. I've so grossly overstayed my welcome. I absolutely must leave now. You guys have a great day. I will. I'll see you. It'll be a while. See you guys in like a week or so. I might pop on vacation, but I highly doubt it. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Trade safe.